Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a esta emisión de Guitarra MX Conectado una vez más. Quiero darles a todos la bienvenida a este programa final de la serie de 805 Artistas Emergentes de Seymour Duncan Español. Me da muchísimo gusto tenerlos aquí a todos y esta ocasión tenemos invitados muy especiales. Vamos a hacer un gran programa esta noche. Por supuesto tenemos a los finalistas que faltaban por conocer y escuchar. Pero antes que nada quiero dar la bienvenida a nuestros invitados especialísimos, empezando por las damas con Maricela M.J. Juárez.
Hola, buenas noches. Buenas noches a todos ustedes.
Buenas noches también a Mr. Seymour W. Duncan. Seymour,
hello,
hi.
everybody. Hello.
Buenas,
Welcome to 805.
buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, Seymour.
Great Spanish
Y también
from
a
Seymour. Hola, hi everybody. Hola.
Arturo
Hola.
Mawcinitt.
Hola, hola amigos.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Y vamos, pues qué gusto tenerlos aquí esta noche. It's a pleasure, an honor to have you here. And we're going to have a very nice program to close this series of live streams dedicated to the 805 artists from Seymour Duncan.
Great.
So, ¿les parece que los empecemos a hacer pasar a los chicos o
Vamos
quieren
a
hacer
darle.
algún comentario?
No.
Adelante,
Vamos,
adelante.
Dale.
vamos a darle. Tenemos a Ani Arana. Ani, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Ani.
Ah, le faltó
¿Me
prender el
oyes?
micrófono.
No te
¿No te
oyes.
escuchas?
Ah,
Ahí está.
Perdón.
Ahí
Hola,
estás.
Bienvenida.
Buenas noches de nuevo.
Hola. Tenemos a Ricardo Núñez.
Ricardo, bienvenido.
¿eh?
Bienvenido.
Ambos están en la Ciudad de México.
Sí,
Y
sí, sí.
tenemos también aquí, ya tenemos a Daniel Rey. Déjame entrar. Daniel, no sé si tiene imagen. En un momento que tenga imagen, ya va a aparecer Daniel Rey. Por el momento tenemos a dos de los chicos.
Perfecto.
Aquí está
Here I
Daniel
am.
Rey.
Hello,
Hola, Daniel.
everyone.
Hola, hola.
Daniel, hola. Qué
Can you
gusto
guys hear
tenerte.
me?
Yes,
Sí.
we hear you.
Excellent. Then I'm done. I was in a hurry. I was just
Wow.
finishing a gig, and I came just so fast as I could, and now I'm here.
Yeah, well,
Finally.
I mean,
And seems that
Excelente.
everything is working okay,
Yeah.
so we're good to go.
we thank you for that. I mean, gracias por apurarte, gracias por estar aquí con nosotros y sobre todo gracias por participar.
Gracias, MJ. Ya aquí estoy aquí.
Ok.
Seymour, could you
Yes.
could you send a little shout out to Tona and to Alejandro Espinosa?
You're breaking up, MJ.
Oh, if you can say a shout out to Donatiu Maldonado.
Hello, everybody. This is Seymour Duncan with MJ from Santa Barbara.
Excelente.
Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all your hospitality, and we're going to have a fun night tonight.
And thank you for
Así es.
supporting our contestants.
And our contestants, yeah, we're going to have fun. And Daniel, nice to meet you. And Ricardo, good to see you. And Anna, good to see
Seymour,
you.
it's nice to meet you too.
Arturo,
It's a pleasure.
Seymour, thank you.
MJ, and
Gracias,
Santiago.
señor. Gracias, señor.
Thank you very much,
Gracias.
sir. Okay.
Bueno, pues,
And we have in the audience also some of the 805 participants. Here is Ernesto Arena and many more.
bien, bienvenidos todos.
I mean, estamos empezando en octubre y estamos recordando al grandioso Eddie Van Halen, okay? So, I mean, we're going to start the program kind of saying, Seymour, anything that you can tell us when you met Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, boy.
When he was only 17 years old.
17 years old, little guy.
He was a little guy, yeah. But anything that you might remember from those days.
Well, MJ and I, we started doing the, I guess, what pickups, what do we call them? The Van Halen pickups for a Fender. And we were making all the replicas of his early guitar. And we had a great time doing it. We had to age it and do all kinds of, we wired it up and everything, hooked it up, and we had to make it look like it was all worn out, like it was old. But we had a great time doing it. And you know, he would come up to the factory in Santa Barbara. And yeah, MJ's got a picture of it there. Here's what we used to do for the Eddie Van Halen guitar. We made them look old and used and you know, worn out and the whole bit. You know, you can see all the.
Let me put this way so you can see it clearly. Wow.
It's the way that was on the guitar, exactly the same way.
Exactly, the pickup selector, the worn pickup selector.
Yeah, it was all dirty.
Yes,
and grimy.
And
yes.
the red,
sweat.
And the red Strat.
And the red single coil from a Strat.
Yes.
That's what he had in the neck position. Yeah. But we had fun, and I went down and saw him at Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. And he was playing down there, and ZZ Top was down there. And I met the actress Carol Burnett. Anybody remember Carol Burnett?
Carol Burnett, yeah.
Carol Burnett, yeah. She was a funny comedian lady. She had a bunch of TV shows, but she was down there with the band. And we all had a good time, and it was fun. But Eddie, I always thought how great he was, and I've done a bunch of shows with him over the years, and he played at some of our, we called NAMM jams. Arturo, do you remember when we had those?
Yes, I remember that once. Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to think. Let me show you here.
You're talking about all the Star Guitar nights, no?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Wow.
The NAMM jams.
And here's one of the pictures. I don't know if you can see it,
Woo!
but it's Brian May
Wow.
from Queen, Eddie Van Halen, and Ted Nugent.
Oh.
Ted Nugent, what a
Wow.
trio. Ted Nugent, Brian May, and Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a Seymour Duncan show, and somebody just sent me this photo. I've never seen it until yesterday, so
Okay.
I
Oh,
was pretty
that's
thrilled to
awesome.
get it. You know, so it's kind of neat. But working with these guys, I mean, to me, it's pretty amazing. You know, from Jimmy Page to Jeff Beck to.
Ani, tu cámara está muy arriba. Oh.
Sorry. Estaba cerca para ver la foto. Ay, aquí me quedo mejor.
Sí. I mean, okay, so vamos a empezar con alguno de los muchachos para darles su tiempo a cada uno. Santi.
Yes, okay. Empezamos con Annie. Girls first.
Claro que sí.
Ok. Vamos a empezar contigo, Ani. Entonces, por el momento, a Ricardo y a Daniel los voy a poner en backstage. No se vayan. Es nada más un momento.
¿Listo?
Venga.
¿Y Santiago no?
Y yo me puedo poner en backstage también si quieren.
Hi there.
Hola,
Hi.
hola.
Aquí está.
Hola.
Aquí está. A ver, así.
Sí. Ponme a mí hasta arriba porque tapa un poquito el logo así, Seymour. Exacto, está bien. Yo estoy hasta...
Yo me pongo hasta arriba. Así está. Voy a quitar ese logo.
Muy bien.
Listo, Ani.
Okay, I mean, first question, Seymour.
What?
First question.
Who inspired you to play guitar? Who was your inspiration?
My best friend. Conocí a mi mejor amiga cuando yo tenía 13 años y fue la primera mujer que yo escuché que tocaba guitarra. Y la verdad es que me encantó y pues mi papá porque mi papá también le gustaba tocar guitarra y cuando era niña lo llegué a ver y fueron mis inspiraciones. Y ya artistas hablando, Larry Basilio, me encanta, y Joe Robinson. They are my inspirations in the guitar. My best friend, my dad, Joe Robinson, and Larry Basilio.
Great.
Wow.
What was your first guitar?
It's Axel guitars, the guitar that came with all the stuff, toda la con su, ¿cómo se llama? Su amplificador, su estuche. Sí, una
A
Axel
starter
guitars.
kit.
So
Yes.
she had one of those kits that have everything
Kits.
that are played.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sí.
And what kind of guitar do you have right now? ¿Qué clase de guitarra tienes ahorita?
Well, I have a Kramer. It's from the 90s, the 80s, sorry. And it's she have humbucker, two single, and it's a yes, it's a Kramer. And I have other guitar that it's a Legator and Squire, and they are my favorites. These three guitars are my favorites.
Great. Do you work on your own guitars? Do you do repairs and work on them?
¿Le metes la mano a tus guitarras?
¿Tú trabajas?
¿Ajustas tu guitarra?
Actualmente ya. Antes no lo hacía. Hace un tiempo mi mejor amigo me enseñó a ajustarlas porque él es increíble. Él se llama Ángel y él me ha enseñado muchísimo sobre cómo ajustar guitarras. Él es muy bueno en eso. My best friend show me how to ¿cómo se dice ajustar? Como
Repair or
Set up.
adjust?
yeah,
or
set up my guitar, yes. Sí, porque
Great,
él también
that's
es
good.
guitarrista.
Yeah, that's good you do that. That's great.
Sí.
I know many guitar players who don't know how to work on their guitars.
Yes.
Professional too. You know,
Yeah.
big time professional. They don't know how to do anything on their guitar. They don't know how to adjust pickups or change the pickup or change their strings. They always have people do it for them, you know. But it's good
They
you
don't
do it.
know, they don't have idea about it, about their guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great you do that. That's good.
Sí, de hecho me gusta muchísimo que esté como muy pegada a la guitarra. Uso 942, porque me gusta mucho el funk. Es lo que usualmente toco más, el funk, el pop rock. Entonces, me gusta mucho ajustarla y él me enseñó a ajustarla justo a que quedara súper pegadita a las
Claro.
cuerdas.
A low string action.
Yes.
Oh,
Low
good.
string action. ¿Qué grosor de cuerdas usas, Ani? Which gauge or string gauge do you use?
Yeah, 942. It's
Bien.
my it's es de
Es uno
del
bueno.
calibre más chico. Ajá. Me gusta mucho
Todavía
utilizar
hay
esas.
0.8, pero eso es uno bueno, es mediano, está bien.
Ajá.
Bien. Porque todavía
Muchas
hay
gracias.
0.838, 0.942, 0.946 y de ahí para arriba. Pero el que usas es muy bueno, es un gran calibre.
Es el más común y es muy bueno.
Sí. La verdad es que me siento volar con él. I feel like I'm flying with my strings.
That's great. Yeah. Do you practice a lot?
Well, years ago, yes. Now I always practicing because I study everything of my work. I work professionally in the music, and I'm a musician from artist. I used to be in the theater, like musicals, and for my work I have to practice all the time, but not like the things that years ago I practiced, like scales, like I don't know how to say, ¿cómo se dice? Cromatismos, o sea, técnica.
Ejercicios, como
Exercises.
exercise,
Sí.
arpeggios, and all this stuff.
Yes.
Do you have a lot
Ya
of
no,
scales?
Yes, ya no tanto como antes, ahorita es como más la parte justo de todo mi trabajo, pero sí, sigo estudiando, trato de siempre estar estudiando.
So she's always practicing, especially when there's something work related. She needs to study the piece that they give her.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ya entró. Ok, perfecto, sí.
Está Arturo Ibarra en backstage.
Ok, ahorita nomás deja primero que ella toque su pedacito, terminamos con ella y luego ya.
Y lo
Correcto.
pasamos. Venga. ¿Y cómo te sientes, Ani? ¿Lista para tocar?
Pues un poquito nerviosa. Aquí hace un poquito de frío, pero andamos tratando de calentar un poco.
Okay.
Pero
ya
sí.
nos dijiste de dónde eres, ¿verdad?
Sí, soy del estado, pero ahorita estoy residiendo en la Ciudad de México y ahorita me encuentro en la Ciudad de México, literal al lado de la Arena Ciudad de México. Se puede ver por mi ventana.
Sí, escuchar los conciertos gratis.
Casi,
Oye,
casi.
Sí. ¿Y tus proyectos con los que estés trabajando nada más? Platícanos antes de que toques.
Pues tengo música original con mis amigos. Tenemos un grupo que se llama Gardan. Ya tenemos música en Spotify. Acabamos de sacar el viernes una canción. Estoy trabajando, trabajé en teatro musical. Ahorita estoy trabajando con una artista que se llama Cookie. Se llama el proyecto de Cookie Project y ella es influencer. También estoy trabajando ahorita, acabo de audicionar para ser músico de un artista. Entonces, pues estoy cruzando los dedos porque se haga y pues también es secreto, también ando trabajando tras bambalinas con otro artista, pero ese todavía no puedo decirlo porque si no me...
No te preocupes.
Muchas gracias, sí.
Bueno, pues venga, Ani, si tú ya estás lista, nosotros estamos listos.
Claro que sí. Ok.
If you're ready,
Entonces,
we're ready to.
voy a bajar tantito la cámara para que se vea la guitarra.
De acuerdo.
¿Ok? Y alejar tantito el micrófono porque me estorba un poquitito. Listo.
Muy
Great.
bien, Ani.
Woo!
Muchas gracias. Un poquito fría, pero todo bien. Creo que estoy contenta con el resultado.
Algo que quisieras añadir antes de que te vayas backstage.
Pues nada, que estoy de verdad muy agradecida por la oportunidad. Muy agradecida con mis padres. Ay, no quiero llorar. Muy agradecida con mis padres, con mis amigos, que la verdad los sueños sí se cumplen. O sea, estoy haciendo lo que amo y ganando de ello. Y mucha gente muchas veces te dice que no puedes, pero sí se puede. Solamente eso, que crean
Claro.
en sus sueños y que lo hagan.
Yes.
Grande.
Great. Very
Grande,
good, Annie.
felicidades.
Thank you so much.
Me encantó, me gustó mucho. Me gustó mucho, Ani.
Un placer, muchas gracias.
No te vayas, te voy a poner en backstage, pero en un
Claro que
momento
sí.
más volvemos con todos.
Claro que sí.
Gracias, Ani. Muy bien, mi querido Arturo. Tenemos en backstage también a Arturo Ibarra y a Felipe Staiti. Tú me dices. Tu audio, Arturo.
Sorry. Los pasamos adelante, venga, ¿no?
Ambos.
Mi tocayo, mira nomás.
Para que no
Hola.
estén esperando.
Felipe.
Hola, ¿cómo
Arturo
están?
Ibarra,
¿Cómo están?
los
Un gusto.
grandes, ¿cómo
Hola,
están?
Arturo.
Qué gusto
Hola a
saludarlos desde Guadalajara. Un abrazo a todos, Mr. Seymour, Maricela, Santiago, Felipe. Un abrazo desde
Saludos,
Guadalajara.
hermano.
Y al
Saludos.
tocayo, un gusto verlos desde acá en Guadalajara.
Un placer
Bienvenidos.
tenerlos, hermano. Arturo,
Un
Felipe, un gusto enorme.
Un gusto. Qué gusto. La verdad, un gustazo también acá desde la Ciudad de México. Así que un abrazo muy grande para todos.
Tu segunda casa, ¿verdad?
Mi segunda casa, sin duda.
Segunda casa, sí.
Hermoso todo.
Un gustazo tenerlos de invitados aquí el día de hoy. Es un gran privilegio, sobre todo estar aquí, acompañándonos a Seymour y a Arturo y a mí. Me da muchísimo gusto. Y,
Muchas gracias por estar, por tomarse el tiempo de venir. Querido Felipe Tocayo, muchas gracias.
No, pues un gusto
Gustazo.
saludarlos y yo me siento honrado de estar con mis héroes aquí, con Felipe, con Maricela, con Mr. Seymour. Nice to meet you, Mr. Seymour. You are my hero.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
A
Appreciate it.
brilliant mind behind the humbuckers.
Nice studio.
Guadalajara says present, we're here, and Argentina says we're here,
Yeah.
Así es.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's great.
They're both great guitar players, and Felipe va a estar en Bésame Mucho.
Oh, sí. Bésame mucho el 21 de diciembre. Y bueno, mi sonido es los micrófonos de Seymour, ¿no?
Sí, claro.
Que lo sabes, MG.
Un orgullo para nosotros que seas,
Orgullosos.
que seas
Y
parte de la marca.
Sí, un gusto para mí. Y estoy ahora en un proyecto. El primer micrófono Seymour Duncan que compré fue un 59.
59
Que lo
modelo.
tengo y estoy armando un proyecto con Fender para usar dos micrófonos humbucker de Seymour Duncan, que es ese 59 del año 86, y un Seymour Duncan para el bridge también humbucker. Y no me acuerdo el nombre de ese, que los tengo, pues son micrófonos que he usado en distintas guitarras en mi vida.
Pero
Así
ya
que es un
está,
proyecto que
necesitas
lo voy
algo
a estrenar. Sí, lo voy a estrenar ahí en el Bésame Mucho.
nuevo. Fantástico. Fantástico.
Genial, sí.
¿Alguna pregunta que tuvieron ustedes muy rapidita para Seymour?
Say again, MJ?
I'm asking them if they have a question for you
Oh, okay.
or a comment.
Sí,
Pues-
¿cuál ha sido su llave para mejorar lo que hace Fender y Gibson? Que para mi entender, Seymour Duncan mejora para una Fender los micrófonos de Fender y para una Gibson los micrófonos de Gibson. ¿En dónde está su magia?
Okay, where is your magic to make all the stuff that Fender and Gibson makes even better?
The love of the guitar and sound. I love tone. You know, it's very important to me.
I mean,
Yeah.
una de las cosas que yo les garantizo que, I mean, there's a lot of heart and soul on anything that it gets done in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of, I mean, Seymour está hablando ahorita nomás un poquito, pero él también le pone mucho amor y mucho corazón a todo lo
Sin
que
duda.
hace.
Sin duda.
Eso es lo que nos hace, como dijo Annie ahorita, no rendirse uno, seguir progresando. And Seymour Duncan is always thinking, how can we do things better? How can we do a new product? How can we, you know, meet the needs of all the musicians? Poder nosotros alimentar todas sus necesidades y todos ustedes como músicos.
And tell them too, MJ, many models come from musicians, what they hear. You know, everybody hears something different.
Yes.
And so we try to get the tone that makes them feel good. You know, it's sort of like their own sound when they play.
Yeah.
You know, it's what we did for David Gilmour, Jeff Beck.
Yeah.
You know, all these great players over the years.
Yeah.
You know, we've done a lot of
Felipe,
experimenting.
You know.
Wonderful. I think I mean, who ask him the question, Seymour. You ask the question.
What inspired you to play, or
yes.
How long have you been playing?
¿Quién te inspiró para tocar, mi querido Felipe?
Bueno, me inspiró haber escuchado a Richie Blackmore, a Jeff Beck, cuando era adolescente, y dije, quiero que mi vida sea la guitarra eléctrica. Y fueron el disco Wired de Jeff Beck y Matching Hit de Deep Purple definió mi vida para convertirme en el hombre que hoy soy, digamos, que puedo pagar mis cuentas con la guitarra, que eso es un sueño de adolescencia que lo estoy transitando, digamos.
Claro.
¿Y how long? ¿Cuántos años tienes tocando?
Sí, debo tener más de 40 años tocando, ¿sí?
Over 40 years, Seymour.
50 años, claro. Sí,
who was his who's his favorite guitar players? You know, who's he like listening to?
Jeff Beck.
He said it right away, Jeff Beck.
Oh,
Jeff
really?
Beck.
Yeah, great.
And Richie Blackmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great player. You know.
Yeah, great player. Yeah.
La misma pregunta para ti, Arturo.
Tocayo.
Bueno, yo creo que mi inspiración está por la misma vía de Felipe, ¿no? Richie Blackmore, ¿no? Jimmy Page, ¿no? Eric Clapton, ¿no? Los clásicos del blues, ¿no? Y actualmente, pues, me gustan mucho músicos como Adrian Belew, ¿no? Robert Fripp, que son artistas que se van por otros lados, otro tipo de afinaciones, otro tipo de sonidos, ¿no? Que experimentan mucho con la guitarra, no buscando el perfeccionismo, sino un sonido distinto y distante de lo que está pues pegando, ¿no? Esos guitarristas me gustan mucho.
Genial.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
Perfecto. Yo también quisiera decirles que, por favor, les dejen un saludo a los 805, que son nuestros concursantes que están buscando también, así como ustedes, pues todo el mundo está buscando un lugar en la música, y los chavos pues se metieron a este concurso que hacemos en el 805. Por cierto, Tocayo, gracias por hacer los rítmicas, porque vamos a hacer un mega jam. Y pero ¿qué le diría, por favor, ustedes a los 805?
Primero, Felipe.
Bueno, gracias. Yo más bien le diría que persigan sus sueños y que tengan cuidado con lo que sueñan, porque lo que sueñan, si lo sueñan es porque lo pueden realizar. Okay. Entonces, uno siempre sueña dentro de una periferia que es alcanzable. Así que lo mejor es poder realizar esos sueños y lo van a poder hacer. Así que nada, no bajar los brazos, nada más.
Tocayo.
Pues que busquen su propia voz, su propio sonido, ¿no? Yo creo que empezamos imitando a otros, pero yo creo que lo más importante para que un guitarrista permanezca es encontrar su sonido, su voz. A lo mejor no vas a ser un guitarrista muy rápido o muy virtuoso, pero a lo mejor vas a ser un guitarrista muy creativo, muy armónico, con un sonido distinto, tratando de buscar tu propia voz, porque yo creo que eso es lo importante. Los guitarristas que han sobresalido son que tienen un sonido muy peculiar que hace que pues sobresalgan sobre la media, que es muy difícil hoy en día encontrar un sonido como lo hicieron Jeff Beck y como lo hicieron Jimmy Page, porque hoy en día pues ya hay un montón de recursos y equipos que hacen que prácticamente todos los guitarristas suenen muy parecidos. Entonces yo digo que busquen su sonido y ser diferentes a lo que ven, ¿no?
Claro.
Escucha.
Yo creo, estimado Arturo, que lo importante es contar una historia cuando uno está interpretando, cuando uno está tocando la guitarra. Los que cuentan una historia son los que trascienden.
Exacto.
Tocar rápido, se toca rápido, digamos, malabarismo, etcétera. Pero contar una historia es lo importante.
Totalmente de acuerdo.
Sí.
That's a great one for Seymour. Seymour, Felipe and Arturo says that you have to tell us a story when you play guitar. That's the compromise, maybe. You have to really try to tell a story.
Yes.
About me?
No, I mean when someone is playing, you're trying to kind of, I mean, playing from your heart, kind of giving your own story, your own feelings when you're playing the instrument.
Yeah.
Right, pretty much. I used to use guitar picks, but now I just use my fingers. You know, I don't use picks anymore. I can do a couple things at one time, you know, when I play. And I like recording. I like overdubbing, and one day you'll hear my music on the show here. You know, I guess Santiago, you can play some of my music, I guess, can't you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
I'm always experimenting with sounds, you know, and that's why I like, you know, working with Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page, and we've done a lot of stuff for these people over the years, you know, and there's so many, and Van Halen, you know, he was a great player, and with Jeff, I used to make all kinds of weird pickups, you know, just custom pickups for him, and so he would play and do all these sounds, you know, he loved getting sounds and stuff, and so for me, those kind of guys, I like guys who like to experiment, you know, and make all different kinds of music and everything, you know, and it's been fun over the years, you know. MJ and I have done so many people, and she loves Peter Frampton, you know, and he was one of my early clients, you know, years ago.
I love Peter Frampton. He loves Nuki Edwards.
Yes.
From the Ventures, yeah, he was a great guitar player, you know. And,
yes, wonderful.
There's so many out there, and we were.
Okay. A quick question. Somebody asked me, before I forget, because I saw it a little while ago, somebody's asking me, what's your favorite guitar and what are your favorite pickups?
You're asking me, MJ?
Yes, they're asking you.
I made it years ago. I made for Jeff Beck a Telegib, which had two humbuckers on a Telecaster, Fender Telecaster body. And then I made myself one, but I used a Tune-O-Matic Gibson bridge and tailpiece. So that was it's always been my favorite. And the pickups I use, they're called, MJ and I call them, they're called eclairs, because I use a certain magnet and I make it real weak. I like a real weak magnet, and I get a lot of sustain out of it. And we'll play it for you one day. You can be able to hear it and everything.
Eclairs,
It's
and
nice.
then for a Telecaster.
So that's my favorite guitar. I play all the time.
You know, I know, but for a Telecaster, what are your favorite pickups? I know them, but I want you to say.
What, the eclairs? Yeah,
no, for a Telecaster.
Oh, that's the 53 Model T. It's a tap telly bridge and the custom neck pickup. We did it for Jeff Beck on the Guitar Shop album. So if you hear Guitar Shop, you'll be able to hear it. And for Pink Floyd, I made him a telly pickup in his guitar called Have a Cigar. And if you remember that song, that's a special pickup I made because he liked Roy Buchanan, and I made it sound like Roy Buchanan's pickup. Okay. So he still plays it all the time too. So he's still playing that guitar.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We have Sergio Santa Cruz backstage.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Pasamos a los 805 y
Primero
después...
espero
sí.
uno de los 805, sí.
Pasamos si quieren ahora, saludamos, gracias por pasar a saludar a mi querido Arturo Tocayo, ya sabes, se te quiere. Felipe,
Arturo.
agradecemos mucho de veras este esfuerzo que hicieron hoy y estamos en contacto para a lo mejor más adelante los voy a comprometer a los dos, pero algún programa con Seymour y con MJ.
Ningún problema. Ningún problema.
Estamos con los brazos abiertos.
Un abrazo. Besos.
Admiración y respeto.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you, Arturo. Arturo, rostro oculto, un abrazo.
Nos vemos, Felipe. Un saludo, un abrazo muy fuerte.
Un abrazo muy grande.
Gracias, son grandes.
Gracias por estar aquí.
Thank you, Seymour. MG, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Muy bien. Listo. Ahora tenemos al siguiente. Tenemos a Ricardo Núñez. Vamos a pasar a Ricardo Núñez.
Vamos a pasar a Ricardo.
¿No ha llegado el otro?
No ha llegado. Ricardo, ¿cómo estás?
Todavía no ha llegado.
Hey there, Ricardo.
Bienvenido, Ricardo.
Gracias.
¿Tú
dónde
estás?
Cuestión.
Yo estoy en la Ciudad de México.
Perfecto. Seymour te va a hacer unas preguntas.
Okay.
Who was your inspiration, Ricardo?
¿Quién te inspiró para tocar?
My very first inspiration for guitar was Alex Lora from El Tri. Back in the day, back in the past, I just discovered that music, that rock music, and after that I started to listen more classic rock like Jimi Hendrix, The Doors, Led Zeppelin. So that was the way for me, and sometimes.
Puedes decirlo en español y aquí te ayudamos a traducir, Ricardo. Tú dinos también en español.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Wow.
Stevie Ray. Wow.
Stevie Ray es un grande.
Great. Yeah, that's good. How long have you been playing guitar?
I have been playing guitar for 22 years.
Really, that's good. That's great. Now,
wow.
Did you work on your own guitars? You ever
yes, I
do. Down?
I changed the toners.
Oh, great! Yeah.
I also installed the pickup.
Yeah, great. That's
fantastic.
Oh, there we go. That's
wow.
Great. That's cool. I like that.
Yes, and also changed the bridge. But yes, I like to set my guitar.
Fantástico. So, ahora quieres tocarnos un poquito.
Is that your doggy?
Para que toques un poquito, por favor, Ricardo.
Okay.
Venga. Está bien bonita tu guitarra, está padrísima tu guitarra.
Muchas gracias.
Muy bonita.
Bueno, voy a tocar algo que es de mi composición.
An original composition.
Great. Fantastic.
Es la primera vez que la toco en vivo.
First time that he plays this piece live.
Oh, good, man. Great.
The guitar is not sounding?
No está sonando la guitarra.
No está sonando la guitarra. No hay problema, ahí tú arréglalo.
Con tiempo, con calma, Ricardo.
Con calma, muévelo. Ahí tenemos tiempo todavía.
Tenemos buen tiempo, no te preocupes.
Sí. No hay presión. El chiste es entre amigos, estamos
Muy bien.
No.
No, no está sonando
No te oigo. No te oigo.
La guitarra no está sonando aún, Ricardo.
¿No se escucha, perdón?
No, la guitarra no.
Se escucha.
La pista,
Ok.
la pista se oye un poquito. Bien.
Great, thank you.
Bien, mejoró. Sí, al final pudimos escuchar muy
Ya
bien.
te escuchamos. Al principio se estaba cortando, pero después ya te escuchaste bien.
Sí, yo creo que era el internet, pero bien, me gustó.
Bien, Ricardo, bien. Buenos bendings, buen vibrato. Good vibrato. Bien. ¿Algo más que nos quieras decir, que quieras añadir, Ricardo?
Bueno, actualmente estoy tocando con una banda que se llama Juan Hernández y su banda de blues. Estoy ya por cumplir casi un año con ellos.
Dile que le cambie el nombre. No tiene un nombre que como que está así, como que atrae, como que está catchy. I mean, se necesita algo que tú digas, oh, eso se oye cool, hay que ir a verla.
Sí, bueno, ya lleva bastantes años tocando en la música y bueno, salió ahí la invitación y he estado con ellos y a la par tengo mi proyecto personal que es guitarra instrumental y también tengo una banda de covers de rock clásico. Entonces es en lo que estoy en la música.
Perfecto, Ricardo.
Great.
Pues felicidades, lo haces muy bien.
Muchas gracias.
Entonces, traemos...
Está, creo que si se puede, entonces te pasamos tantito backstage, Ricardo, te esperas
Te
tantito.
pasamos, sí,
Sí,
a
está bien.
backstage. No te vayas.
Gracias por estar hoy.
Gracias.
Gracias a
Pasamos
ustedes.
a Sergio Santa Cruz, si se puede, para que pase a saludar a los...
¿No tienes el teléfono de Diego? Que le
Ya le
puedas
escribí, MJ, ya le escribí.
Pero una llamada, porque no aparece, está descalificado.
Pues sí, no parece. Pero, a ver, ya llegó el maestro Sergio Santa Cruz. Sergio, ¿cómo estás, mi querido Sergio? Bienvenido.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Hola, ¿me escuchan?
Sí,
¿Me
claro.
escuchan?
Sí.
Sí,
Muy bien.
ok.
No, es que enséñale el perrito a Seymour.
¿Es un gato o
Yo,
un perro?
Sergio.
Fuera
El gatito
Es un
El gato.
gatito.
tiene.
es un gatito.
Hi there.
Muy bien.
Sí.
Ok.
¿Cómo están? Qué gusto. Hola, MJ. ¿Cómo estás, mi querido Arturo?
Bien.
¿Cómo están?
Aquí, para que conozcas también a Seymour, Mr. Seymour.
Hola, Seymour. How are
How
you?
you doing, Sergio? Hello.
Fine, thank you.
Sergio is an amazing bass player. He's also
Thank you.
working with us with the Mega Jam for all 805. He's doing a great job. Gracias, Sergio, por él.
And you worked
No,
tonight?
muchas gracias, Arturo. Gracias, Arturo. Con gusto.
You worked real late tonight too, right? Till midnight?
No, not today, not tonight, but I'm here, ready to go.
Yeah. Wow, great. So thanks for all your help too. Appreciate it.
¿Cuántos años tienes tocando guitarra? How long have you been playing
Bajo.
bass?
Bass, 44 years.
44 years, Seymour, in counting.
44?
44.
Yeah,
Wow. Do you play guitar at all either?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, play, some guitar. I'm not ¿cómo se dice? Virtuoso,
Ajá.
just
Virtuoso.
making, just making the arrangements. And my first bass was a chaser, a Japanese chaser. It was a bass that sell here in Mexico because at that time we can reach Fender or another brands. You know, you have to buy it in USA. You have to buy it there, and there's not was that simple to bring him here to Mexico. So was a Japanese chaser was the brand.
Chaser.
That's good.
I don't remember that brand, but
Okay, Seymour would like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who inspired you to play?
What?
who inspired you?
Who inspired you?
Chris Squire. Chris Squire from Yes.
I know him. Yeah, very well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a monster.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah.
And then Mark King from Level 42.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wow, he's a big one. He can play and sing.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellos fueron.
I used to work for Jaco Pastorius. I made pickups for him years ago.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
I played with him a couple times. And
Wow.
Pretty wild playing with him.
Jaco was the big master.
Amazing stuff, Yeah, but MJ and I, we have fun working with guys all the time. We're so lucky. We meet all these great musicians that we have a chance to play with. We get stuff for Flea from the Chili Peppers and stuff. And just so many great players. And
wow.
Steve Harris from Aerosmith. She just
Wow.
went down to see him, and we did a lot of bass stuff for him. And years ago, I did stuff for Jack Bruce with the Cream with Eric Clapton.
Oof. Wow.
And we used to hang out at the Fender Soundhouse in London all the time, And so there's been so many that we've worked for almost 50 years.
Wow.
We've spent a long time.
That's amazing. It's the
It's
top.
great meeting all the young new players and the ones that've been playing around for many years, and everybody helps each other, which is really, really neat. They'll show you something. And my favorite player is James Jamerson. Do you remember James Jamerson?
Yeah,
he
sure.
did he did a lot of the Motown. He was a great He just had a great technique how he would play, and he would lay on the floor on his back.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Session, he'd be just leaning back. I thought that was so cool that he did that. And
Yeah.
and we did stuff for Carol Kay You remember Carol Kay?
Yeah, sure. She recorded lots of hits back there.
He did like Beach Boys and the Monkees and all these bands, you know. And she used to come up to her factory all the time too. And
wow.
Just a great lady, nice people, very nice people. And I just did a bunch of stuff with Daryl Jones. You know Daryl Jones?
Yeah.
Yes, from the Stones.
Okay, great.
For the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Great,
wow.
Great, amazing guy. Great, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's so cool. You know, I always love seeing these guys and meeting them. It's just a real nice guy, man. Real sweetheart, and he loves playing his bass. You know, and we've done stuff for Roscoe Beck, who's a big session player in the LA area and stuff, and so many. I mean, we have a lot of guys that don't really play, but they collect basses. You know, they have like 150 basses. You know. And,
wow.
It's crazy. It's funny stuff. You know. Just they're out there. You know.
Yeah.
He always wanted to play on stage, but he was always afraid. You know, to play, but. He has so many Music Man basses. He collected them all, you know, that he could find. You know, so he's a good. It's what's Dave's last name? MJ, friend of Kevin's.
Huh?
Dave's last name.
Dave Amaro?
No. The bass player. Is it Jeffries? Dave Jeffries.
Dave Jeffries.
Dave Jeffries.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He's always at the NAMM show. You know, he comes down there, and but that's great. You've been playing, and what kind of bass are you playing?
I'm playing the Seymour. I have a G&L, you know.
Great.
It's like a Fender, but I have a Fernandez 88 Fernandez with MJ pickups, the Seymour Duncan pickups. And it's sounding great. My band is very happy with the sound of that bass. Yeah.
¿Es el que usas para todo lo de rock en tu idioma?
Sí, tengo dos. El Fernández, que es el rojo, que es donde tengo las pastillas Seymour Duncan, y el G&L, que también le quiero poner unas pastillas Seymour Duncan, pero ahí vamos de a poco.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Another guy is Tony Levin, you know.
Wow.
Tony Levin,
yeah. Big master
and everything too, you know, and Leland Scalar. Yeah, thank you, Arturo. And there's so many out there. I mean, there's so many great players, you know. And I've worked in Nashville a lot, you know, and a lot of great players down there and everything. You know,
yeah,
pretty fantastic, you know. And we have fun with all these guys, you know. So
that's great. It's the top of the basses there.
Oh, I know. And, you know, we're trying to do a lot more with bass players too, you know, get more young guys out there and helping them, and just so many over the years, you know, we've worked for. And I don't know, I always liked Jocko. I just liked the way he played. And like I said, James Jamerson, you know, he did so many great sessions, you know, and he passed away, but you can still hear all his great music, which is so neat.
Yeah, sure.
He's forever, you know, out there, and so it's great, you know, and I love Carol Kay and her stories, you know. It's just, she's a fantastic lady. So, and Abe L'Oreal, I haven't seen Abe. I would see him at the NAMM show, you know, all the time. And
he's still playing very good. He's amazing.
Oh yeah. There's so many. And I've been lucky, you know. And
yes.
MJ knows, you know.
You've been lucky. You have met a couple of players. Yeah.
Over the years.
Claro. Oigan, bueno, yo también quiero decirle a Sergio, I want to say to Sergio, can you say some words for the 805? ¿Puedes decir unas palabras para los chavos, los 805? Hay algunos bajistas, tienes que saber.
El siguiente que va a pasar es un bajista.
De hecho, es un bajista.
Qué chido.
Sí.
Qué chido. Pues nada, que la música es una carrera de resistencia, que no se despeguen, es una carrera muy celosa, hay que estar, y es de resistencia, solamente eso les podría decir, ¿no? Okay. Y que pues es maravillosa, ¿no? Creo que es lo mejor del mundo.
Sí, sí, sí.
La música.
Sí, mi querido Sergio, pues nada, queremos agradecerte, Sergio.
No, gracias a ustedes.
Tu tiempo, porque sabemos que ustedes son músicos pues, profesionales, ya están en el tope, pero que se den un tiempo es un agasajo. Thank you very much.
No, gracias a ustedes.
Friend.
Nice to meet you.
Sergio,
Say hi.
thank you.
Thank you. MJ, muchas gracias. Carnalito, muchas gracias. Cuídense mucho, Arturo.
Gracias.
Un abrazo.
Nice to
Que estén
meet
muy
you.
bien.
Luego.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ese fue Sergio Santa Cruz.
Sergio Santa Cruz. Muy bien.
Maravilloso. Entonces vamos a hacer pasar a Daniel Rey, bajista.
Thanks for Arturo and Alejandro and all these guys giving me names, because you know we've worked with so many of them. I can't remember them all. You know.
Yeah, Arturo Ibarra is being great with the names. Thank you, Arturo Ibarra. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Muy bien. Pues aquí tenemos a Daniel Rey. Bienvenido,
Daniel, bienvenido.
Hello,
¿Cómo
everyone.
estás?
You're here, just listening to the whole streaming and hoping that everything is okay there in the USA with the hurricane that is happening.
Espero que todos esos bajitas te hayan inspirado ahorita para que...
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this was cool. So I could, chill out a little bit. As I told you before, I was in a gig, so I was, picking up all my stuff and run away from the place, going home. And now I'm here, and finally I could make it, and everything is going good so far.
That's great. Thank
I'm
you.
ready.
Amazing. ¿De dónde eres, Daniel? ¿Dónde estás?
Yo estoy en Cancún, Quintana Roo.
Muy bien, México, Cancún. Muy bien.
En la playita.
Perfecto. ¿Y tú de dónde eres? ¿Dónde naciste?
Originalmente soy de Maracay, Venezuela, pero ya tengo como 13 años viviendo aquí en México.
Oh, bienvenido.
Gracias.
Bienvenidos todos los hermanos de
Me ha
Venezuela.
recibido con los brazos abiertos y me ha dado muchísimas oportunidades, así que todo súper bien.
Seymour, he's originally from Venezuela.
Oh, really? Yeah, great.
But now living in Cancun, Mexico.
That's
oh,
right.
Great. Yeah.
That's me.
You're close. Well, what kind
Yeah,
of
pretty
music
much.
do you like playing in the bands, or were you doing a session or
Most of the time, I'm a session musician. Always do recordings for some other artists. Here in Cancun, I used to play to hotels, and tourism. I'm playing every day here in Cancun. There's a lot of work, a lot of gigs. It's a good place to make a living in the music business.
Right.
Not being exactly an artist, but you are gigging a lot, and you can make a living, and it's all right. As you guys told before, it's so nice that you can pay your bills from your music. It's a dream come true.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. I like your bass.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is my daily bass. It's a low-cost Holly Benton 7-string, and it's a 7-string bass, and it's pretty much modified by me. I just make a couple of modifications here, but wait, this microphone is on the way. Wait, can you see it like this?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's big. It's big as it's
incredible.
Well, I changed the hardware. Originally, it comes with black hardware. I changed it for gold just because I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
And here I made a modification in the pickups. It used to have the 3-band preamp, so I took it away and I use it passive because it's a bass that I'm using every day. So I don't need to be wasting on batteries.
Right.
I need a bass that is completely reliable, right?
Wow,
and I like passive sound, so it's okay for me. So I took off the preamp and I kept the master volume. This is a pickup selector, and then it's a master tone. And here I had 2 another holes, and I put some mini switches so I could make coil splitting.
Coil splitting, yeah.
So in this case, it's outer coils with like a jazz bass sound, because I like that. This is my favorite bass sound, as you can see. and also I can put it in parallel, so I can use both coils, but in parallel instead of the original series that every
Right.
bass keeps
Yeah.
with,
Are they
right?
humbucking in those two positions in parallel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's parallel, so it has pretty much a very close sound to the humbucker
Yeah.
without the volume, you know.
Right. Yeah. That's
It
cool.
goes up in this case because I most of the time use in single coil mode. When I go to parallel, I got the humbucking mode without the volume peak, and it sounds good, and I like it. And it's a
Yeah.
very
Great.
versatile bass, 24 frets, 35 scale, and sounds amazing for being a cheap bass.
No, that looks great, man. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And it looks great. Doesn't look cheap. It looks expensive,
No,
but it's not.
looks cool.
Great.
So
Excellent.
it's the best thing of both worlds.
Yeah.
Great.
How long have you had it?
Pardon me?
How long have you had it?
Like a month ago. Actually,
Really? Wow.
when I record my entry to this contest, I had another bass. I had an Ibanez 7-string too. But this is my new one. I just sold the other one, and this is my new
great.
friend of battle.
Okay, the question, Seymour?
Who inspired you to play bass?
Who inspired me? There's a lot of people. I started with a neighbor. The first time I saw an electric bass was a neighbor who has a local metal band, and he sounded so great that I wanted to play bass.
That's cool.
And after that, all those friends from my neighbor, they showed me the first bass player I saw was Billy Sheehan making a bass solo with Mr. Big. It was like, all right, this is the way I have to play the bass. Well, let's get it on. And then they showed me Victor Wooten, of course. Then I met the slap thing and the double thumping, and I was, damn, this is so difficult to play. This is not about just playing one note.
What about the Steve Bailey? Do you like it?
That's a nice bass player. Another different concept with a fretlet bass, but it has he has a very nice and smooth sound.
Yeah, and when he uses all the fingers, right? When he uses the fretboard,
and he has this very famous technique that it is making harmonics with these two fingers, like
he's amazing.
And he can make melodies with that, and I practice that, but I can't.
Steve Bailey, it's unique in his technique.
He has a very particular way to play it like that. I mean, with practice you can play some notes. I mean, you know how to do it, but it doesn't sound the way he does it. You know, he's so smooth, so natural. See, you know, every musician has its how can you say that?
His sound.
Like it sound identity is the word, like what I wanted to say.
Great.
Okay.
So after that, well, Wooden, because the bass lap technique, Sheehan about the shredding, and then I met Marcus Miller and Melvin Lee Davis. Then I fell in love with the jazz bass sound. So I said to myself, okay, this is the way I want to play. This is the way I want to sound, rather. And after that, I'm always having jazz basses and looking forward to have single coils always on my basses. Even when this one has dual coil, I make the mod just to have the single coil to get that jazz bass sound. And actually, I moved the neck pickup a centimeter and a half, and I put this ramp to cover the old hole, just to have the pickup spacing of the 70s jazz bass, but in a 35 scale, so it's a little longer, the space. Okay. And I achieve it with a Harley Benton 7-string. I have a jazz bass.
Incredible.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
You work on all your instruments?
Yeah, always.
You do? Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Yeah, actually, now I'm working on a very old chord that came to my life. It was so dirty, so, you know, um, rusty, and it didn't work. But seems that it's a good bass, so I'm working on it. And actually, I have a situation now because I wanted to split the humbucker. It has a single neck pickup and then a humbucker on the bridge, right? And happens that that humbucker is Halney Code 2 and it's splittable. I mean, it comes with 2 cables, but on the inside, it's not sealed. So I could open it up, and inside, it has the 4 cables. So I'm trying to make that mod so I'm able to have the humbucking and a single coil like a jazz bass again.
Great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Have you ever played a stereo? A stereo bass?
Pardon me?
Have you ever played a stereo bass?
As a stereo bass, I mean, with 2 signals coming from the bass, no. But actually, right now, I'm using. I can't show you my pedal board because my camera is far from me. But here on my feed, I'm running my bass on stereo for the, let's say, analog natural bass sound is mono, just because bass is mono. But also, as you could see in my entry video, I like to play electronic music, and I'm very into EDM, and I have an EDM band. So I'm very into effects and synthesizer and everything. So for my synth sounds, I use the bass on stereo. So even when I'm playing my natural bass on mono, just because the patch sheet is like that, when I running my synth pedal, it's running in stereo, so I can have wider sounds. Because EDM has to be loud, has to be wide, has to be deep, brighty, punchy, and everything, right?
Right.
So fantastic. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and actually,
can you play something for us, please?
Sure. I want to show you how this baby sounds because it's unbelievable that you can play a bass that doesn't look like a jazz bass, but it sounds like that. Okay, can you hear it?
Yes.
Here it comes. Sounds like it.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
And then I'm running stereo, but with my synth bass, which is sub bass, an 808. I have some very nosy effects. You know, for dubstep and all that stuff. Wobble bass with this crazy toy I have in here. I use it on my video a little bit, but sounds amazing. It's the hot hand. For the wobbles, yeah, to the dubstep stuff. I use all these toys. Everything is happening on my feed, but you can't look it because my camera doesn't reach like that.
Great. Great, sounds great.
It's 7-string, 2 pedal boards, and it's just a super powerful tool to play every day. I need to be very versatile because I'm always recording something. I'm always playing something. Someday you are, Latin bass player, then you're playing jazz, then you're playing metal, then you're playing electronic, then you're playing pop. So you need to have everything together in your own tool. So this is what I came for.
Do you have a hard time finding strings for that instrument, or are they custom made?
No, actually no. At the beginning it was difficult, but because the 7-string is not very common, as you can see. Right. But there's a trick that a friend of mine told me to use a guitar G string as an high F. So I'm putting a bass ball around the guitar string. So guitar ball, baseball, and then I'm running all my string, and happens that the guitar string has the exact length to reach the tuner in a 35 scale bass. So
Right.
it's just wonderful. It's just a 6-string bass set with a G guitar string. It's a 0.16 instead of the regular 22, which is too thick and sounds too loud and brighty, and it's not good enough. Actually, this one sounds better, and you can bend it well, has good tension, and you can shred with it. Like, this is my Billy Sheehan version. So you can do guitar stuff and shredding with your bass.
Right.
It's amazing.
Very cool.
I love my instrument.
Yeah, sounds great. You can do a lot with it. It's fantastic.
Thank you. I mean, that's my way to think about it. I'm not that kind of guy that has a lot of basses, a lot of gear, a lot of amplifiers, a lot of pedals. Only, very specific and, how can I say this? Practical and efficient gear, right? I mean, I'm not using 3 basses. I only have a big one, I don't have 3 amplifiers. I only have a very powerful paddleboard and a lot of knowledge in programming, because it's so crazy and so boring to program all this MIDI stuff, sound designing, and it's just crazy. But it works at the end.
It works. That's great.
Yeah.
Suena increíble. Muy bien, Daniel. Muy buen sonido y todo excelente.
Qué bueno que les gusta.
Todo excelente. Pues nada, ahora ya teníamos, Santi, ya teníamos de Venezuela, mira. Bueno, vamos a decir venezolano o mexicano, porque también ya tiene un rato aquí Daniel, y pues es...
Sí,
ya es de los dos lugares, pero
también en Paraguay. Estoy en la mitad, ahora sí. Tengo media vida en mi país, media vida aquí.
Sí, muy bien. Bienvenido, de todas maneras, Daniel. Esta es tu casa. Y también tuvimos Paraguay, ¿cierto?
Me parece que sí, había alguien de Paraguay en estos días.
Creo que sí.
Sí, pues Paraguay tuvimos, México muchos. Bueno, nos han estado reportando, ahora ha estado también comentando Vergara, un querido músico chileno, ¿no? Que ya ahora oficialmente artista Seymour Duncan, él estuvo en las ediciones pasadas, ha estado trabajando fuerte también. O sea que tenemos de todo Hispanoamérica. Y eso es un gusto para
sí, esto es una familia internacional enorme. No se puede hablar de pickup sin hablar de Seymour Duncan.
Así es. Oye, ¿algo más que quieras agregar para terminar?
Bueno, me parece que nos hemos extendido bastante, pero creo que esta es una oportunidad única en la vida, y es primera y tal vez única vez que tenga a Seymour enfrente de mí. Y como les comentaba, tengo una situación. Como esto es una marca de pickups, creo que lo mejor que podemos hacer es hablar de pickups. Seymour, you hear me? You still there?
Yeah.
I'm telling the guys that I have a situation with pickups, and this might be the only one opportunity that I will have to be in front of you to talk about pickups. Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, you're the one who can give me a piece of advice in this situation. As I told you, I'm recovering and restoring an old bass, and I have this situation with the... I have it here because I wanted to talk about this.
There we go.
Yeah. I have this humbucker. Here's the camera, right?
Oh, okay.
This is a humbucker I told you before. This is a neck pickup, but if I want to make the chord splitting with this single pickup. I don't know if you can see the cables there.
Yeah.
Okay, happens that if I would, I can only add a toggle switch here, and I can make the call splitting. But then I found that this one has north polarity, and then this is neck, and this is bridge. Okay,
Right.
and then this happens to be north as well, the first one, and the second one is
South.
So if I want to split them and I want to use the single neck pickup and the second coil of the humbucker, wait, this is not comfortable. Okay.
You could
Happens that
remagnetize the single
they
coil.
have
flip the
the
wires
same polarity if I would like to use this too, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know if I should split this. It's only a copper foil, which is around them. I don't know if I should, turn the position, not like this. I mean, this one here and this one here, and use it like that, or I can just use it like this and wire it and use it and coil and split the coil, and that's it. I'm not sure about that, and that's why I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, this one, we could remagnetize it, the opposite polarity, and then you just flip the wires over, and it should make that in phase with the bridge part of your humbucker.
So you're telling me just to wire this one upside down? I mean, positive to negative?
Change the polarity on it just so it's in phase with the bridge one, or it would be opposite, 180 degrees.
Uh-huh.
So
And what about the polarity? Because this is north and this is north too.
Yeah, see, one should be south, and then when you flip them, you can use them both to either coil. It'll be in phase.
Oh, nice. So in that case, I only route the toggle switch here, and I change the polarity of this coil.
Right.
Hey, that sounds way simpler than I thought.
Yeah, you should be able to do it.
I thought I had to move this and rewire all this. So it's just about solder
just leave
this.
that one the way it is. Just
Hey, can you see, guys? That's why I wanted to talk with you.
Arturo,
Thank you, Seymour. That was a
magnetizers?
great piece of advice. Pardon
Do you
me?
have a magnetizer in your shop anywhere?
No, I don't have it on my hand now. That's why I was willing to change the position of these two coils in order to I can use the south coil of this humbucker and the north coil of this neck pickup.
You could do it that way. I mean, you could do it that way. You could try it.
So it's possible. And what about the winding? Because the polarity, it's okay, but the winding,
Yeah.
is this a problem with that?
It depends which way it's wound. That's why I was saying do the neck one or the single coil one and reverse that one. And it should be compatible with both of them when you do a split switch or anything with the bridge humbucker.
Okay, so in that case, it's better if I leave this one like that, just route it with a toggle switch and just change this.
I think so. I think that would work for you.
Well,
yeah.
That might be a first option. I'm going to try it tomorrow, actually.
Right.
Thank
Okay,
you,
muy
Seymour.
bien.
That was amazing.
Ok, gracias, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Pues,
Daniel, gracias.
Gracias a
si
ustedes
quieres,
por la oportunidad.
No, al contrario, pues si quieren pasamos a todos los demás a los 805. Hoy nos faltó uno que no se conectó, pero pues bueno, así las cosas lo estuvimos buscando. MJ.
MJ. Estabas muy cansada.
Estás muy cansada, MJ.
Estabas agotada, MJ. Aquí estamos todos.
Yo llegué a la 1 de la mañana.
Ah,
y me levanté a las 7 y aquí estoy.
Wow.
Muy bien.
Yeah, pero es que Jay fue al concierto de Iron Maiden.
Sí, miren, orgullosa de estar aquí.
Un favor,
bien,
Santi,
muy
si
bien a la
quieres
fiesta,
ponte arriba a la izquierda porque no se ve, Daniel. Si quieres ponme a mí.
Yo me pongo arriba, voy a hacer lo siguiente.
¿Alguna pregunta que tenga alguno de ustedes para Seymour?
I
What,
do.
MJ? Say that again.
I said, I'm asking if they have a question for you.
Yeah, anybody have a question? You know,
I have a very curious question, and I don't know what to think about this, but how do you feel, Seymour, when you are in every place of the world and you see some guitar with your name on their pickups?
it's kind of, you know, it's hard to say. I just saw the Olympics, and at the end of the Olympics, they had a band playing, and the guy was all, he had like a headdress over his, he had a shirt on or something, but they did a close up, and it said Seymour Duncan on the pickup.
Nice.
I said, this is nice, man. This is great. I mean, it makes you feel good, but you know, I'm funny about, you know, I don't really advertise myself personally. It's the company that does it, and I get kind of shy with all that stuff, you know. But I think it's great. I was thrilled to see it, you know. And
yeah, that might feel amazing, right?
Oh yeah, it makes you feel good, you know. Here's somebody, you know, they trust what you're trying to make, and they're out playing it, you know, which is really neat. You know, I mean,
yeah, and we're talking about a big company because it's not about your friends that are using your pickups. This is worldwide, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
Everyone here in the contest, there are some contesters that they're already using your pickups.
Yeah,
that might feel amazing, right?
Oh, it does. I mean, I feel honored, and I feel proud, and I'm glad these people are doing it, you know, using it and stuff. So it's cool. It's great. Ricardo, you're real dark for some reason. Your light off?
¿Tienes poca luz?
Poca luz con Ricardo. ¿Alguna otra pregunta que tengan? Ani, ¿quieres preguntar algo?
Yes. How started your dream of doing pickups for the instruments? I don't know. I think that is like amazing that you dream with this. I don't know. Todo está en muchos instrumentos, ¿no? Y estás haciendo que los sueños de muchos músicos se hagan realidad.
Say that, MJ. What was she saying?
I mean, tu pregunta otra vez, ¿cuál fue?
Que how your dream started to doing pickups for the instruments. You are doing the dreams of many musicians come true.
How do you start your dream about building pickups? I mean, go ahead and let them know about your first pickup that broke.
Yeah, somebody borrowed my guitar. It was a Fender Telecaster, it was a real old one. And they got the high E string under the lip of the Telecaster pickup, and I broke it. And my first coil machine was a record player. I made a block of wood, I stuck on it, and it would go around. And I started it at 33 1/3. It was like one turn, two turns. This is going to take all day.
Yes.
So we went to 45, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I said, John, my keyboard player, I said, turn it up to 78. And that was our record player. They went 33, 45, and 78. So it was going around like 78 really fast, and the pickup flew off. And it hit the wall and it broke. It broke the piece off the pickup, you know, the tele pickup. So I had to make a new piece. So all my beginning pickups I made by hand. I would cut everything out and use a file and shape it. And then I bought a router. Then I could route out each piece of flatwork, top and bottom. Then I would drill all the holes, all the 6 pole pieces or 8 for a bass, and make it so I could put the pickups and magnets in. But that's how I started, you know. And I was like, you know, 14 years old when I started that. So I've been doing it a long time, real long time. But it's over the years you you experiment, always experimenting, making new things. You know, I designed the stack pickup years ago. You know, when did I do that? 78, MJ? 79?
No, like 82, no?
Could
That
be.
was for Michael Zambello. For many.
Wow.
Michael Zambello.
She's a
The song
maniac.
Maniac.
Yes, Michael Zambello.
The solo was
My favorite song.
first
Hi.
It's a great solo.
done.
Yeah.
It's a great
Great
solo.
solo.
Michael played
Zambello.
guitar, bass, drums,
Michael's,
keyboard,
yeah,
and even sing.
He's like a producer or something. I
Yeah.
got a question for Seymour. When the hot rail was made? Which year?
What's that?
1980.
The hot rails. Which,
The hot rails, 1984.
Yeah, it's probably, it's when I first.
Because I made the very first one. Kenny Rocha and myself.
Yeah.
it's,
And Kenny
it's an
Rocha.
ama- the
Kenny
hot
Rocha.
rails, it's one of my favorites too, because
We
it's
used
just
to.
like a single and
¿sabes-
it's like a
sabes?
prayer.
You know when? Because Kenny Rocha and I used to kind of be talking about Amalia Bautista. Everybody remembers that novela? The Amalia Bautista. And they were talking about the Amalia Bautista and making the pickups. And then somebody says, you know, those two girls, they talk a lot. They're always talking. And they said, yeah, but they're the best team. Do not bother them. And we don't care about Amalia Bautista. They can talk about Amalia Bautista. So that was real nice, you know.
Ok, entonces fue en 1995.
84.
1984. Okay.
Era como en el 84, sí.
Okay.
But I love the bass and everything. I love Daniel's bass. Sounds
Thank you,
great.
Seymour. I'm very proud of it.
That's great.
Okay, I mean, from any more questions for Seymour? Anybody?
Ricardo, ¿tienes alguna pregunta?
What do you say, MJ?
No, I can't. No te oigo.
Ah, no te oímos, Ricardo.
Arturo.
We can hear you, yeah.
Ricardo have a question?
Ricardo,
I think so, yeah.
Ricardo is mute. No te oímos, Ricardo.
Can't hear him.
O si quieres escribirle en el chat, de aquí te la decimos. Y estamos casi por terminar, mi querido Santi.
Sí.
Ya, hoy fue un programa más largo de lo normal, pero vamos, cerramos con broche de oro, con los invitados, con todo lo que dijo Felipe Staifi, con lo Arturo Ibarra.
I'm gonna let you pick the winner of tonight's show.
Oh, boy, MJ.
Hey, I love to put you on the spot. You know that.
Somebody asked
So
me, who was
mean.
my inspiration to play? I started playing, listening to Albert Collins, James Burton, and Noki Edwards from the Ventures.
Yeah.
And they were my early, and then my first record was Jimmy Bryant, Speedy West. Jimmy Bryant was a great country guitar player.
Jimmy Bryant, yes.
And Dwayne Eddy was my early influence.
Dwayne Eddy.
So he did a lot of instrumental music. And Steve Cropper from Booker T and the MGs. And probably Roy Buchanan, too. Roy Buchanan was one of my favorite. I used to see him all the time when I was a little kid. I was like 10, 11 years old, and I was watching Roy Buchanan for me, you know. And I would go see George Benson in Philadelphia.
George Benson.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I love
my
George
bass player,
Benson.
I like Jaco Pastorius, you know, and James Jamerson. They're still my real early influence. I started playing in a band playing bass. I played an old precision bass, and
Nice.
you know, that was my favorite instrument, you know. And yeah, I had a lot of good. You know, I would listen to every guitar player I could find, and every record that came on that had a guitar player in it. I would learn the solos, and Danny Gatton was just a good friend, and there's so many, you know, that I met. Jeff Beck, you know, he was
Okay.
big
We have question in here when they're saying, they're saying to Santiago to show them their bass. No lo puede enseñar porque le va a dar vergüenza. Es nomás de 4 comparado con el de 7, el bajo de Daniel. No.
Y también dice Ricardo que digamos algo de los pedales. Bueno, aquí yo tengo algunos.
Sí,
tengo el
Ricardo
Vapor Trail
Núñez,
Deluxe,
que no tiene audio, nos escribió su
el
pregunta.
Diamond
Ricardo
Head,
wrote
it's an
his
amazing
question.
pedal. Wow. Y
It's
para los
asking about
bajistas,
pedals.
este es un gran pedal, el Studio Bass Compressor. It's an amazing one.
Hey, that's a nice one.
It's a nice one. Yeah.
Definitely.
Great.
Definitely. That one and a 10 band EQ, and you got it. That's all what you need to sound pro with a bass, actually.
Exactly.
That's a nice tool.
Ahí está Ricardo. Bueno, pues MJ.
Seymour, they're asking, what's your favorite record to listen to?
Record to listen to?
Yeah, your favorite of all times.
Probably the Ventures, called Mashed Potatoes and Gravy.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And it's just a great instrumental, you know.
Yeah.
And I like Lonnie Mack. I listen to Lonnie Mack all the time. His real early stuff, you know.
Okay, Alejandro said he loves, Roy B., Danny Gatton, Jeff Beck, and James Burton.
Yeah, it's great.
Roy Buchanan.
Oh, I forgot, he doesn't love Joe Bonamassa.
I love Joe Bonamassa. Joe's a great player, man.
Yeah. Oof, it's an amazing one. Muy bien, pues MJ, nos acercamos al final. ¿Qué procede?
So Seymour?
Yeah.
Who will take a set of pickups from these 3 participants today?
Oh boy, I really like Daniel's work, what he's doing, and we have to fix up his 7-string bass. All right, Daniel?
Seymour, okay. I'm so honored to hear that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I will appreciate it so much. Thank you.
I don't think I have a 7-string bass, so I wouldn't do it exactly for that, but for any other.
Figure out something.
Well, actually, I'm working on this. If I can get a 5-string, it would be okay for me.
Okay, well, all you have to do is, mándame un correo.
Ahora lo pongo en el chat, MJ.
Sí, con tu dirección y todo, y tú fuiste el ganador de esta noche, ¿de acuerdo?
MJ, muchísimas gracias, te lo agradezco muchísimo.
Ya sabes,
ya después vendrá video con el bajito recuperado con tremendo Seymour Duncan en él.
Antes de irnos, queríamos darle mucho las gracias a Cream Guitars porque van a ser los patrocinadores de la guitarra para el ganador. También a Goner, que es nuestro distribuidor en México.
Así es.
Y sobre todo, muchas gracias a Seymour Duncan, a Seymour W. Duncan.
Yeah.
A Santi, a ustedes,
gracias.
A Arturo, a Ibarra, a Santi y sobre todo a Felipe Estaiti.
Y Sergio Santa Cruz también.
Y Sergio Santa Cruz. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes por estarnos apoyando, por estarnos participando con nosotros. Y también les pido que chequeen nuestras redes también, Seymour Duncan Facebook en español, porque Seymour va a estar un poquito más activo en nuestras redes de Facebook y ahí es donde los queremos invitar para que tengan más preguntas y respuestas. Ya habíamos avisado de un programa aquí con Larry Basilio y pronto Santi les va a dejar saber cuándo es que se va a hacer en Guitarra MX con Seymour W. Duncan y Larry Basilio. Y pueden seguir, otros, tenemos muchas ideas, pero también tenemos que estar en nuestras redes o vamos a tratar de combinarlos en las dos, por favor, ¿ok?
Ok, pues bueno, perfecto, pues sin nada más por el momento nos despedimos. We have to say goodbye, it's late at night. So, Seymour, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
You're a great man. Look, this picture, that's amazing. Wow. There is Seymour, there is Carlos Santana, there's Jimi Hendrix over there. Oh my God! Wow. What a picture!
Picture.
Great pic.
Good old days.
Good old
Oh
days.
man. Oh God.
Those days.
Thank you everybody for being here and all the messages and everything. I appreciate it very much.
Well, guys, it was a pleasure. Seymour, MJ, you're such celebrities in the pickup world. It's an amazing to be here and talk to you a little bit. Santiago, tu programa excelente. Arturo, gracias por comunicarte conmigo, por la iniciativa de hacer este programa, de unir más artistas. A todos los participantes, es un honor estar aquí y bueno, esperamos tener más noticias y vernos y encontrarnos más bien por ahí en el camino más adelante. Les mando a todos un fuerte abrazo y bueno, suerte a los ganadores.
Pues sí, suerte a todos ustedes y gracias por creer en la marca, gracias por apoyarse unos a otros, gracias por hacer crecer el mundo de la música un poquito más y gracias a Guitarra MX por...
Gracias, Santi, por todo el apoyo.
Es un honor.
Y ahí estamos en el chat para ponernos de acuerdo con los videos, el Mega Jam y lo que viene para allá. Después escoger al finalista, MJ.
Gracias. Y recuerden, si alguno de ustedes todavía necesita comprar algún set de pastillas, sé que algunos ya se han comunicado conmigo, ya estamos en proceso, pero recuerden que todos los participantes pueden comprar lo que gusten a precio de artista. ¿Ok?
Gracias.
Por lo que dura el programa de este programa. Con mucho gusto, estoy para servirles.
Lo que dura el concurso. Muy bien. Pues algo más, Santi, que quieras agregar.
Solamente a big thanks to everyone. Thank you for being with us. Gracias por acompañarnos, como siempre. Este fue el programa número 5. Fueron 5 programas consecutivos, 5 consecutive live streams. Estoy muy contento. I'm very, very happy with this. Y the best of luck to all of you, all the participants. It was great to hear you playing guitar or bass. It was a great experience for me. Guitarra MX is your house. You're very welcome every day. And thank you again very much. Muchísimas gracias.
Y una vez más se rompió 100 messages today with the restream. It's a great number, right?
All right. Congratulations to everyone.
Yeah. Muy bien todos. Ani, muchas gracias, Ricardo. Tocan increíble todos.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Seymour, it's a pleasure.
Muchas gracias. It's a pleasure. Goodbye.
La Reina del Toro. Santi.
Gracias Arturo, Mr. Seymour, MJ, everyone.
Gracias a Felipe Estaite,
Good
Arturo
night.
Ibarra, Sergio Santa Cruz. Gracias por estar.
See you soon.
Okay.
Max says goodbye.
Wow.
Lonnie Mac. Great. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Yeah.